Sorry.
We are live.
I'm just trying to work out the best best position for it.
Well, as long as
facing the other way.
Yeah. Right. I don't like that yellow tint. When the light goes, oh, sorry, it'll be all right.
You could always buy something.
What, like a different coloured light?
Just a stand to put it on, like £5 off Amazon.
Hang on. I've got an iPhone box here. Hang on.
Yeah, that works.
Absolute shambles.
That's better. Genuinely, that's better.
Oh, look at that.
There you go. Look. Oh, sorry, Etsy. Is it Etsy? You're done.
Well, there you go. Hang on.
Timo going bust now.
Are they?
No more phone. They're not selling any more phone stands. Just use the box it came with.
Well, you see, Bruce, you're always a thinker, aren't you?
I'll be one of town's next investors at this rate.
Can they monetize hooky laptops, Bruce? Do you know? Do they accept that as agent fees and things? Can they pay the caterers?
I sold the laptop today.
Well, can they sell Can they pay a caterer with like a dodgy iPhone?
Not sure. I'll tell you in a couple of weeks. I'm going for a meal. After the MK Dons game in McMenamin's.
Why have you been invited there?
I haven't. I've paid me 30 quid. Fish and chips. Expensive fish and chips, but it's all about the surroundings and the company, isn't it, eh?
Well, exactly. So who are you going with?
There's 10 of us. Yeah, it should be good. I can't give too many names away, else they'll probably refund my booking.
Oh, fine. Fair enough.
Nice to see you back, Mike.
Nice to be back, mate. How are you, fellas?
Hope you're all right, mate. Yeah, good, thank you. Sorry, I missed you yesterday.
That's all right. I came looking for you, but
yeah, I didn't go to the game in the end.
Oh well, there you go. That's why I didn't find you then.
Yeah, I've had man flu. I don't want any sympathy or anything, but my eyes were streaked. I know how sympathetic you all are. Yes, Sam.
Hold on. So you decided not to go to Cambridge in the end because we were in bad form. Then you couldn't be bothered to go yesterday.
No. It wasn't bothered. It was. I went to Hull in the morning and I came back in the afternoon and my eyes were streaming and I don't want to go on. I don't want to go on about it. But you lads know how bad man flu is. It's. You're lucky that I'm here tonight and I'm not bedridden.
My wife won't believe me that it's scientifically proven. I've shown her the research and everything.
Anyway, I've fought through the pain and the discomfort, and I've even put on a big woolly jumper to keep me warm to be here tonight.
You are a very kind man. Thank you, Bruce. That's really
I'm fine, really, mate. Now.
No, it's all right.
I have taken two of them. You know them day and night nurse. I've taken two of the night ones. So if I nod off in half an hour, it's nothing personal.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So should we do calendars at the start? Should we do calendars at the start? Get it out of the way just in case.
First 10 minutes.
I don't want to fall asleep on
Bruce's contribution first, and then we can, let him go.
I don't want to fall asleep on James McEwen or anything.
No comment.
No. I've got the calendar behind me there, ready to go.
Right. Okay.
You've still not got one, have you, Bruce?
No, I haven't got one yet. I'm waiting for the sale.
2025? What?
Is Bruce the only man in Grimsby that buys a calendar from last year?
No, it wasn't. No. I've got last year's. Last year's is okay. I just need. Nobody bought me 2020 Secret Santa. I mean, it was very kind, Mike.
Don't worry. It's not on the wall though, is it?
No, I've still got it. I've still got it.
Bastard.
I've still got it. Be grateful.
25 minutes that took me on the internet trying to find that.
Yeah, well done. It was funny. It was funny.
The first 23 minutes, I was looking at something else, but we'll say less about that.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I haven't got the chat up. See what everybody's saying. Oh, Andy Cook might be coming back apparently. Good evening, guys and gals. Who's that? Gals? Have I missed something? Sam. Have you haven't got one of your girlfriends round, Sam? Have you that's just walked past or something?
Not I'm aware of.
You know what your harem's like?
Is that the level of our insults now? We're literally saying to Sam, "You big girl."
Somebody's just put something that we can't say anything. Somebody's just put something we can't repeat on the podcast about. No, Oliver, I don't think we can mention that.
No, I don't think. No, because it would be semi-libelous.
Sammy.
Yeah. No, I think. Sorry, Sam, go on.
Alex looks like he's saying something really important, but he's muted.
There we go. This is what happens. I was on mute. Bruce, thank you very much for trying your best to lead the podcast and taking us into libelous territory. I will take us out of it. Thank you very much.
I didn't say anything.
No, you were getting us there, and you knew full well people will go read the comments, and before you know it, there's quite a few people that are going to have to start washing their mouth out with soap and sending letters of apologies to Andy Cook because,
Isn't it just us that can see this?
No, it's everybody.
Oh,
yeah, but we're not publishing this. Is this a nice opportunity, Alex, to point out that, as far as I'm aware, twice on this podcast we've had to cut things because they would actually probably be libelous, and both of the culprits are here, and it ain't me and it ain't you.
I have had to message Alex and ask him to edit something out and hope that a few people weren't listening. Only once though.
It was when Bruce said he quite liked couscous. He was worried that it would get out.
Oh, my stand's broken. All right.
Yeah, fortunately, Alistair Campbell doesn't listen to the podcast, so I'm all right.
I did tell him about it though.
Yeah, you're going to sign a bloody book for me.
Yeah.
Told him after he'd signed the book.
To be perfectly honest, you can't move for our office without bloody Alistair Campbell books everywhere. He left us a massive crate of them.
Can I just slide us onto something slightly different? I'm after a little bit of advice.
Oh, you come to the right place, Bruce. Let us know. What do you need?
Right, well, on the wall behind me, right? I've started to try and tidy it up, right? You can't see too well, but what I've done is I've got signed pictures of Ivano Bonetti, John Cockerill, Joe Waters, Jevo scoring his goal at Anfield, and I've got a couple of team photos, right? And I'm going to fill this wall behind me, that wall there, look, where last year's calendar is. I need to get that down, actually. And I'm going to fill that with signed pictures. I go to Tesco and I print them out and then I get them signed, right?
Lovely.
I've written down here, Charles Vernon, celebrating his goal against Man United.
Yeah.
With his arms outstretched.
Yeah.
I think I need John McDermott on there. I can't think of the photo at the moment, but Macca's a club legend, isn't he? Ultimate almost. I've put Paul Groves. I put Mendonca, but my mate had to write to the Nissan factory in Sunderland to try and get hold of Clive Mendonca. It did work, and he got a signed picture. And I've put George Kerr because George Kerr's daughter responded to my happy birthday to George yesterday and showed him all the messages that everyone sent, which was lovely. So I've got her details. So I thought George Kerr, famous manager, last championship winning manager at Town, and Sir Alan. Is there anybody else you can think of? I mean, I couldn't spell Bollawinra.
Have you thought of getting Alan Buckley?
I've put Buckley there. That was the last one I can.
You said Sir Alan, so I assumed you meant Poughton.
Oh, okay. Oh, Pouts. Yeah, I have got Pouts' mobile number.
I would say, what about the fella that put us into a record-breaking FA Cup quarter-final?
Mr. Gav.
What, Gav?
Yeah, I know you've got
I've got contact with Gav. I can make contact with Gav if he's still blocked me.
You've got a shirt behind you.
Yes.
What about?
He's a nice chap, Gav. He sent Finley one as well. He's a cracking bloke.
I apologise, people. This is terrible.
The 10 minutes is nearly up, isn't it? 10 minutes is nearly up.
Open wide for some soccer!
And now the shipping forecast issued by the Met Office on behalf of the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency at 1130. Go! At 1130.
I don't think I've ever wanted to be in a stand more than my life around here. They're going crazy.
This antiquated main stand, I can feel it vibrating.
Jay, they got a penalty here with a fish flying about that. There's no tomorrow.
What a magnificent piece of football! This is Vernon! Vernon scored! The supporters are invading the pitch because Grimsby Town biggest upsets in the history.
Love it.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the DN35 podcast. What a week it's been. We've pissed Scunny off. We're into the fourth round of the FA Cup for the fourth time in 30 years, and we're going to buy a 35-year-old with a bad back. Things are looking up. I am joined by Mike, Bruce, and Sam to talk about all things Town. If you've got any comments, throw them in there. Grimsby Town smashed the Giants of Weston-super-mare 3-2. It was never in doubt. Bruce didn't bother going. Mike did. Sam didn't. Let's have your thoughts, gentlemen, on what you thought of the game. Grimsby Town into the fourth round. Sam's up first.
I'm just noting, actually, that the fourth time in 30 years, given we spent a good number of those years in the second tier, that's a truly shocking record in the FA Cup, isn't it? But that's the only opposition. Mike should go first since he was actually out of the game.
It was 8 times in 40 years, if that helps. So there was clearly an uptick before it, but it's not great. I don't know about you, Bruce, but all I do seem to remember was we'd be in the Championship, third round, and we'd get Stockport away, and they'd be on slightly better run of form than we would, and then we'd be out, and that'd be it. That would be it.
I will very quickly, let's have a look, very quickly, until we got relegated from the Championship. Let's go to 98-99. We lost 2-1 at Bradford in the third round after the Wembley season. 99-2000, we actually beat Stockport. Remember when it was moved for Man United's entry in that competition? Then we lost at home to Bolton. We lost to Wickham in 2001. Remember that? Remember that 2001? That was a replay. Oh, then we lost to York in 2002. You're right, mate. It was shit, wasn't it? We had some right bad days. 2003, we lost to Burnley in the third round. 2004, we beat QPR in November. Oh, yeah, but we were in the first round by then. Yeah, and then it was downhill from there, wasn't it? But you remember Salisbury and Bath City? They were heady days, weren't they? I think it was the Bath one. We were still in the league, and I thought it can't get any more worse than this as I trudged home down Grimsby Road. Oh, by God, this it could.
Read out some of the sides we went out to in the FA Trophy, Bruce. Now, I've forgotten some of those sides existed.
Well, it was great to see anyway. And we have had a relatively fortuitous FA Cup so far this year. You know, the one that took us to the quarterfinals, see us pick almost the most difficult or emotionally traumatizing teams we could possibly play. And this time round, it is starting to give back. And I can see Manchester United have already scurried away like the cowards they are, desperate to avoid another cup defeat to us. But once again, we outlast them in all the domestic cups. So you can understand why everyone in Lagos is slightly annoyed. Mike?
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's seen any of those fans that usually pop up on our social media today. But yeah, I was at the game yesterday. I enjoyed the game, but that's because I don't get to Blundell Park that often, so I always enjoy going. It was very, very cold, though. I took Finley and Tierney, and Finley, after about 5 minutes, was frozen solid, bless him. So we was quite thankful it got a result in the end and didn't have to go to extra time. But I think it's one of these games where we've had it where we've played teams above us, and the emphasis is on the team that is the more the favourite of the two. So I know they're 2 divisions below, but they're a very good, well-organised side for what they do. And it was never going to be a case of being able to break them down and just demolish them, sort of thing. So it was a tough game, and they weathered the first couple of 10-15 minutes. And as an away side against a higher league opposition, first thing they'll be told is get to 10, get to 15, get to 20 minutes. And they did that, and they did that really well. I thought we was a little bit wasteful in the first half. I think we had some good opportunities with just that little clinicalness, that final pass, that little bit of composure could have had us in the lead earlier. When the goal came, cracking goal by Charles Verdham. It's good to see him get one of those again, because he's been trying it for a while and it's not really been coming off. So hopefully that does him a world of good, finally putting that in. I think maybe question marks over the goalkeeper, a touch off his line, but it doesn't really matter anyway. And then just getting that just before half time, I thought we really on top, and we could have got the second before half time. And I said to my wife that I think we may regret not getting that second before half time because the momentum was really with us. Second half, they've come out, they've got a free kick, and it's gone in quite spawny, but that can happen. It's taken a deflection off the wall and gone in. And I think they equipped themselves really, really well to play against us and gave a good account of themselves. But I also think we did it. It's very easy in games like that. You see this every round in the FA Cup for years and years. Teams of lower level can come and create an upset, and we didn't let that happen. Really professional. There was tough bits of the game, tough moments. I'd have liked to have seen us be a little bit more comfortable ahead, but every time they pegged us back, we went and got that next goal. So some people may think, 3-2 against a team a couple of divisions below you, that's not great. I think it's just a thoroughly professional performance against in a game where you can only lose, really. If you go through and you win, everybody expects you to. Some really good performances in there, I thought. Staunton's got a cracking delivery. And I thought KB, when he came on, got a proper striker's poacher's goal, which will do him the world of good. So, yeah, I thought it was a good game. Exactly what we needed, and we move on to the next round.
I literally had no complaints yesterday. I thought it was absolutely fine. 70-odd+% possession. There were other teams that got knocked out by National League North or South teams yesterday, and they were holding the FA Cup. So it could have been far worse than what it was. Weston-super-mare are a better team than Macclesfield. They're second in their league. So there's not too much difference with it. I thought we played really well. I thought it was a really entertaining game. I thought they gave as much as they could. I think the referee I think both of their goals came from pretty weak and fortuitous free kicks, to be perfectly honest. Both Bruce, Mike, you've both raising hands. So Bruce,
just really quickly, just because on that one point,
Bruce, he's saying he's more important than you.
No, because I was right in front of Corey. That second free kick was not a free kick. He got the ball. It was a fantastic challenge, and I was amazed he gave the free kick. Sorry.
And a card.
Once the free kick was delivered, though, for their second goal, I thought it was absolutely appalling defending by us. I don't know if anybody else noticed. There was about 3 of their players stood when that ball was played back across the area. There was about 3 of their players stood there absolutely unmatched. If the first guy had missed it, the second one would have got it. But no, I thought, like the rest of you, I thought it was a decent performance. I mean, 3 non-league teams. That's 3 banana skins we've avoided. I mean, that's very untown-like. So you could say we have been fortunate, but we've done what's expected. The first goal was absolutely. I mean, that couldn't have a deflection and go anywhere else in the goal and go in. Yeah. I mean, Jackson Smith didn't have a chance with either of those goals yesterday,
did he? He got a fingertip to the first one.
If he'd have tipped it over, it'd have been Gordon Banks against Pele, wouldn't it? If he'd have somehow arched back but he got a bit on it. He just was obviously too close to his line to get it anyway.
He had to kind of track back, and there was nowhere really he could go apart from kind of behind his own line to try and get it out. And
no complaints. Like I say, he's. I like what I see with him all the time. We've talked about that, But yeah, we've done what we've done what we needed to do. It was a good performance. I still don't think we're back to our flowing best.
No.
I still think we look a little bit laboured at times. But we had a really bad run, and we're certainly playing a different kind of football. Like I say, it's not quite. It's a bit more. We're thinking about it a little bit more. I think taking a little bit more time with things. But yeah, and I thought, like you say, fair play to Weston-super-mare. They brought a decent following. It's a long way, it's a long way. It's south of Bristol. It's a long way, and it wasn't the dream. It wasn't the tie that they were hoping for, having got to the 3rd round for the first time in their history. So, fair play to them for coming. Hope they had a good day out. Thanks for coming, and we'll head through to the 4th round, where I want us to get Arsenal away.
Well, thank you very much. So, as I was saying,
sorry, what did I ruin?
Why do you want that? Have you not been to the Emirates?
Straight off the train, drinking. Nowhere. You don't need to go anywhere. Plenty of pubs and drinking around the ground. No, actually, I've looked at we'll talk about it later when we finish on the game. But I'll talk about my aspirations for the draw.
So, people coming in. It'd be great to know what everybody else thinks about who we should get. For me, I just want as much cash as is humanly possible and get out of there. Priority is getting into League One this season. We can win the FA Cup next season. So get as much cash as we humanly can. 200 grand it was yesterday, wasn't it, for getting into the next round? That's effectively the fee we would dream of getting from McEachran at the start of this season. So that should be the reason why we keep hold of him. And it might be the reason we might be getting a 35-year-old with a bad back as well. So we can talk about that in a bit too. But all in all's great for the club to get that sort of cash in. No money though next round. So if you lose, I don't think you get any. You just get the share of the gate receipt. So hopefully a nice massive bowl, like Liverpool or Spurs, Arsenal, whoever it is. Just give us a load of cash. Don't care. Not Man City, though. Man City, who not only pumped Exeter 10-1, but Exeter, who are struggling financially, asked, can we get more of the gate receipt? And they said no, and we'll also make it double figures. So that was kind of them for that. But ultimately, I thought yesterday's game I thought we were pretty good. Saw quite a lot of people complaining. I was a bit surprised by that. I thought it's a tough one against a team that are really ready to play and ready to push forward. I thought we were... I thought we were really, really strong, and I enjoyed it. And again, it's another one of those ones, last minute winner. It can only breed confidence in the team. So it's 0-0, 5 minutes to go. The last 3 games have shown that they've got the quality to finish off as well. Anybody else on anything from the game yesterday?
I'm told, Mike. I'm told, Mike, that I did the right thing staying away. It was absolutely freezing. Can you confirm that it was very cold?
Mate, my feet, and we've come all the way back down today, and my feet are still cold. And poor Finley was hood up, coat up, couldn't sit, and he kept turning away. And he missed all 3 goals because his mum was talking to him, so he turned away to his mum, and he missed all 3. So. Every time when we needed a goal towards the end to make it a bit easier, she kept telling him to turn away, see if we scored. They
kept cutting to their manager, and he just had that sort of, that's whatever it is coming out of his mouth, when it's freezing and you can just see the air just turns white. It was it looked a chilly one. I think I'd have been back in bed, I think, if I'd have gone.
What I was going to say about it,
you weren't out Baltic.
Anti-lunch announced she wasn't texting me about what was going on during the game because she wanted to keep her gloves on. It was that cold. The red observation on that one. I mean, talking with women cold, were you at that Salisbury replay, Bruce? The one where Rob Duffy equalised before the end, and then we still lost, even though we went into extra time. That was cold. If you remember that night.
I don't remember that particular night, but I did go to both the Salisbury games. Salisbury away was a different one. We stopped over at that one. Did you go to that open terrace?
Yeah, I went that day.
Was it 0-0? Wasn't it 0-0? I think.
Yeah, 0-0. I went to Salisbury. I went to Chasetown. I went to Colville. I did all the horrendous days. The only thing I did on the game yesterday, it was I'm going to sound very out of character. I'm going to praise the goalkeeper. I really like Luca Jackson-Smith. He's so composed. There were a couple of shots that were like long. There was one instance in the first half, which quite a powerful shot that goes straight at him. A lot of keepers at this level would, like Jordan Wright, would have spilt that. He just swallows it up very calmly without problems. He made a couple of saves again. I mean, I've sort of forgotten what it was like to have a Grimsby Town keeper make a save. So yeah, and I do think if you can find a right back as influential as Sweeney potentially, and now having kept Smith until the end of the season, I think that does go a long way to fix a lot of our issues. And as the aforementioned aging striker with a bad back, if he comes in and he's still decent, that'll take us up a level as well.
I must say, Sam, I know Jackson Smith will be very happy to get your seal of approval, but you're very consistent with your opinion on goalkeepers, aren't you? Don't change your mind very often, do you?
Right, if we're going down the exposing WhatsApp, because I said that Pim was good.
No.
Obviously, a vastly experienced EFL goalkeeper.
Yeah, I mean, he had a disaster last weekend. I think he's culpable in the first goal as well. But generally speaking, prior to that moment, generally speaking, even including Saturday, he's been a net positive in terms of his distributions, far better than anything we've had for years. He's actually made the occasional save. As Grimsby Town keepers, thanks to Pep Guardiola ruining football, it seems this kind of goalkeepers don't make saves anymore, but he does. I thought he's caught quite well. So he's been a massive reason why, generally speaking, as a club, we've progressed this season. It was really frustrating last Saturday, really, because aside from
a massive reason why we've progressed, a net positive. He played four more games, of which one was a clean sheet, and you've turned face. He's always been shit.
And he was basically the reason a massive reason why we ended up going crap. And also, and actually, if we're going to play this game, I'd identified him as a problem at the start of the season as well, and changed my mind on the back of it. So my initial instinct was actually accurate. But good to know you've got nothing best to do than go searching for Radio 1 besides interviews that I do.
No, because I knew you'd said it when I was having that argument with you this week. And the only reason I'm picking on you, really, is to make a point, is that I do think Christy Pym has had a problem, and it's good that we've got Jackson Smith in. I do think there's a bit of revisionism and a little bit of losing a bit of perspective, because until that Barrow game, as you just demonstrated there, none of us had a problem. That was 4 games. He played 4 more games after that. And we've all sort of changed our opinion on him from that. So yeah, nice to know you're consistent, mate. And he's always been shit, apparently.
He needed to go out the firing line, didn't he? But we early in the season, we didn't have any complaints, and I think most people thought that he was an upgrade on what we'd had before. It was really unfortunate, wasn't it, that the contracts were the other way around, because we would have kept Jake Eastwood, I think, if the contracts were the other way around with Eastwood and Wright. And he's doing well elsewhere. No, I think Jackson Smith looks a good keeper, and if Pym gets back to fitness, then we've got 2 keepers to challenge for the number 1 spot.
I don't know what else Sam thinks.
Do you back him because he is obviously a vastly experienced EFL goalkeeper?
Yeah, I mean, he had a disaster last weekend. I think he's culpable in the first goal as well. But generally speaking, prior to that moment, generally speaking, even including Saturday, he's been a net positive in terms of his distributions, far better than anything we've had for years. He's actually made the occasional save. As Grimsby Town keepers, thanks to Pep Guardiola ruining football, it seems this kind of goalkeepers don't make saves anymore, but he does. Of course, he's caught quite well. So he's been a massive reason why, generally speaking, as a club, we've progressed this season. It was really frustrating last Saturday, really.
Well done, Sam.
I think, given his vast amounts of experience, Christy Pym, you'd imagine that mentally it won't affect him too much, because he is a hugely experienced goalkeeper within the EFL.
No, yeah, keepers drop clangers. These things happen. They make mistakes, and whenever striker misses a chance, great, gets another chance 5 minutes later, scores as a hero. Keeper makes a mess of it. Generally speaking, it's in the back of the net, so he'll be able to cope with it. I mean, he's been promoted from this division before. He's played, 400-500 career games. It's a bit of a kind of, it's not a concern for me, apart from the 2 points dropped on Saturday. That's in isolation.
Not a concern. Not a concern. 4 games later.
Right. Anyway,
yeah, that's right.
He was
in typical Mike fashion, I'm going to bring it back.
Can I just say something though? He was really shit in those 4 games, like massively shit. He's spending too much time flogging player insurance and being on the training pitch. Apparently, he's put on £11 since he's joined the club at the start of the season as well.
Allegedly.
Well, he looks a bit chunky monkey to me. So maybe at the moment, hopefully he gets back in form. But that is,
I'm singling nobody out. I don't want anything to do with this abuse of him. I think he's
abuse.
I think there's a good goalkeeper in there.
Yeah,
it's abuse of him. Yeah.
Love you really, Sam.
I like it because do you know what? I'd imagine when Pym let those 2 absolute clangers in at Barrow, I reckon Bruce was serenity itself. I bet not even he didn't even do that sort of, when we lost to Brentford 5-0 and we've got that photo of him staring longingly out onto an empty pitch.
Looking like Arsene Wenger standing out like this, yes.
No, do you know what it reminds me of? There's a Simpsons episode of when Homer meets his mum, and then she leaves him, and he sits on like the at the end of the show, he's sat on his car like looking out into the stars wistfully, sad that he's left. That was like Bruce.
Don't even bring me onto that 7-1 defeat at Chelsea when everyone had such a lovely day out.
It was a lovely day out, Bruce.
No, it wasn't. We got absolutely embarrassed. We had our pants pulled down in front of the watching public, and we were embarrassed. It wasn't a fun day out. It wasn't nice. We got absolutely spanked.
I'm glad Bruce isn't an Exeter fan. Could you imagine what he'd be saying if he was on there?
Oh, do you know what though? There is something in that in which Man City can turn off the tap, and also at the same time, Exeter were like, "Fucking hell, lads! Just at least after the 8th one, start kicking living shit out of every single one. Someone break Haaland's leg into 2 pieces just to show that you never do double figures. I want to do surely you go to the FIFA point of 4 red cards, game abandoned, 3-0 default lose.
It's pep though, isn't it? I mean, with 15 minutes to go, I turned on final score, and they went, "You're not going to believe this. Manchester City, they were 7-0 up. Are bringing on Haaland. Why would you do that? Why would you?
Get him chucked out because he started the game.
Oh, apologies, Sam. I didn't realise. Sorry, I thought they would take. Are you sure?
Yeah, Haaland started was brought off.
Oh, okay. I apologise. Did he score? He didn't score though, did he?
No, he didn't. That was the most amazing thing about it. They scored. I mean, Exeter scored 2 of them for them, but there were, I think, 7 different scorers, and one of them wasn't Haaland.
Oh, so even worse. Then he played 75 minutes.
45. He came off at half time.
Oh, I'm going to just shut up. Right, all right.
Either way, I mean, the point's valid because he started with Haaland, Cherky, Reinders, and Foden. I think brought on Rodri and somebody else halfway through the game. So even though the detail wasn't right, your point, Zach, it's just not fair. I was sitting there feeling sorry for Exeter in the middle of that. But no, 10-1. I mean, that's why I'm a little bit kind of like, do you want a really, really big club? Because you do run that risk given the disparity of. I mean, Brentford are not. They're Brentford, and they marmalised us. So, do you really want those? If we go to Arsenal, Bruce, there's a decent chance that we'll get absolutely annihilated.
Yeah, no. You're right. Have we finished the game? Can I talk about the potential fixtures now?
Well, in 2 seconds, yes. So, I mean,
okay. All right. I'll just pull up my homework.
Okay, great. Well, I'm quite happy to be, hammered, even though we've beaten Manchester United this year. We're still worried about being hammered. So we'll just take what it is. Oliver wants Macclesfield. Macclesfield at home would be great. That'd be hilarious. Just getting into the FA Cup 5th round by complete mistake again. Just going, oh, I don't understand how we're doing it. And then some people want Hull City away. No, Ben, where's the money? We want the money. We'll be playing Hull City in a couple of years anyway. So yeah, we need the money, not Hull City away. I don't need to hear David Burns trumpeting Hull City on whatever radio station he finds himself on nowadays, like he did when we lost 3-0. Bruce, what did you want to say about, I don't know, coming games? What was it?
No, the FA Cup.
Okay.
I'm just looking at the 32 or 36 teams, whatever's left. I think there's only 7 or 8 that I don't want. That I really don't want.
What, like Wrexham?
I've written lines against. I don't want to go Port Vale, Ipswich away would be a long old trip for not great. I've been there before. Wrexham, Salford or Swindon, Burton, Oxford United. We went to the other year. Macclesfield, I'm not really bothered about. Brighton, I don't want to go to again. Same with Southampton and Mansfield. But apart from that, I haven't been. The other big clubs that are in there. There's a few of you, a lot of you probably never been to the Stadium of Light with Town. Nope, Sunderland away would be a good one.
Did we go a few years ago? It wasn't. When was the last time we played Sunderland?
We play him in the Tim? We played him in the Tim Pot, but a first team game. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's a good question. I would imagine it's about 25 years ago. I would say when they Kevin Phillips and Niall Quinn marched them to the title. I would have thought.
Yeah, 98-99. Sorry, 40,000, lost 3-1.
Yeah, and we lost 4-0 at home.
And the Tim Pot, we played them in the Tim Pot.
Yeah, well, so that doesn't. Nobody goes to that, do they?
Yeah, it counts.
Was that at home or away?
Away.
Right. How many of the people on that now? Because somebody will say they've been. But Leeds away. There's, Sam won't have been to Leeds away with Town.
No, Leeds would be quite near the top. If I was making a list, Leeds would be quite near the top.
Hull would be the ultimate. It's not a big.
You need money.
Stop. Football's about moments. Forget bloody money. The Manchester United thing, right?
Says the Conservative.
Right. Right. Let's look at this the other way, Alex. So basically, you're going back saying, I don't want Manchester United at home. I want the money from a cup draw there. We wouldn't have beaten them if it was at Old Trafford. So
says you. Nothing in that game suggests that wouldn't have been the case. We could have had an even better night, Sam, and you're poo-pooing it. Terrible.
Hey, Alex, I'll tell you what could happen. I could go to West Ham finally.
Yes. You'd be disappointed.
I'll be the only one there. But nobody else will go again.
Mike, surely we just want Fulham or something, don't we? Fulham, Chelsea.
I don't want to go to Newcastle and sit in that bloody stand up the top.
Look, I think it's. We've had a good cup run a couple of years ago. We've had a good cup run in the Carabao Cup. We know we've got into the latter stages now. I think in terms of footballing nostalgia, of course, we'd want to keep going on. But I think when the cold, hard facts that we all know is how football runs and how football works and the losses we have and the investment that a big draw would give us, I think most of us would be quite happy with a big Premier League team away on the television because we've had Man United this season. That's our moment. I don't think we should get greedy. And I'll be honest, I want the owners to be able to bank some money and to take that because I think they deserve that for the losses they make and the money they plough in. It ain't our money. I know we buy season tickets and merchandise and stuff, but we ain't ploughing £1 million in a year. So nostalgia, yeah, keep going as far as we can. But I think everybody would say bank as much money as we can now. Because there's a lot
of good games. There's a lot of good games in there,
and not to mention, look, we need to get out this league, and there's a chance to get out this league this season. And we've seen the sort of, it's not completely down to it, but that Manchester United game has given us a bit of a hangover, and it's contributed to the poor form at the very least. So I think,
but you could argue, mate, though, on the flip side of that, though, you could argue the revenue from a TV game at a bit and the share of gate receipts somewhere could allow us to invest more than we would be able to if we got
and that's
different side.
And that's what I want.
Point I'm making,
yeah, that's what I agree. What if you give me two choices right now? We can either do Arsenal away, 60 odd thousand fans, 45% of the gate receipt, put it on telly, lose 4-0, or we do FA Cup quarter-final again by going Burton, Luton, Brighton. I'm taking Arsenal 4-0 defeat every time. I don't know why, but I'm thinking just, we're talking data. Let's clinically think about it. We make more money that way. And we're out of it, and then we can focus on League Two.
I don't know. I see where you're coming from, but it's like treating the FA Cup as some sort. We made the fourth round for the
Why
first.
Not? Every other Premier League team treats it like an inconvenience. Why can't we treat it as a money-making exercise?
Because we're not a big Premier League team. We're Grimsby Town. This is the sort you support football clubs to have great days.
Come on, we're being greedy. We're beating Man United this year. Can we not just concentrate on the league a little bit more?
No, I want Macclesfield at home.
Money is all about football, and if you don't have the money, let's just say that helps. We get a big draw, we get a big, we get beaten, but we get a lot of money in. We can bring 2 or 3 different players in, and we get to League One. Right, that's football fortune. That's footballing nostalgia. It's not, we just want to bank the money so we can plough it into paying off an owner's debt or something. No, we want to bank the money because we want to bring better players in and progress and get up the football league. So it's not just using it as a cash cow. It's using it as a vehicle to get ourselves further into the football pyramid.
I think Hull's. That's
how I justify it anyway.
Hull's the only one for me that I would take aside of. I would put high up on the list of games against the big teams that we've talked about. Going to Newcastle or going to Arsenal, somewhere where they'll sell out, and you'll get good gate receipts and it'll be on TV. But I would take Hull. I would have Hull in my top 2 or 3 because we historically are rivals with them. We haven't played them competitively since 1998 and 1987. I think before that, it would be great to. I think I would like to go to Hull rather than have them at home, and take a big away end because they have to give you a certain share, don't they, in the FA Cup, and beat them on their patch. Other than that, as you rightly say, give us a big team away.
Big
Not
team
Man
away.
City. Not Man City though. I don't want to go to the empty ad.
No,
Yeah.
exactly.
I'm sitting here arguing for the romance of the cup, and then if you asked me who do I want, I'd want to go to Anfield. So my kind of argument is actually defeating my own argument, really.
What about Villa Park, Bruce?
I've been to Villa Park, but it would be, you know,
Yeah.
I've not been to
Leicester away.
I've not been to Villa Park since 1991 though, when we beat them on away goals. But there's a thing above it. Look, you could do a bit of both. You could do Sam's route, an easy tie. I can't see that. Oh yeah, Marina Halley. I'd take an easy tie, then a big team in the fifth round. So, hey, look, but then you've got another banana. Then you've got another banana skin.
I don't mind.
Easy ties.
I don't mind. Well, we've had Weston-super-mare, Ebbsfleet, and whoever else it was.
I meant now, but you know, yesterday wasn't easy.
Well, Macclesfield at home, I would suggest, is slightly easier than Arsenal away.
Arsenal away.
but I'm happy if you're going to guarantee me Macclesfield at home, and then who's the least? You know, who's the other one we've got?
It's all, we're the second lowest team in the cup, apparently.
Are we? Then we've got ourselves.
And we're saying that these others are going to be eased. Burton Albion. You mean Burton from the division above?
Yeah.
Vale.
This is a very fun time.
Yeah.
But you know, I guess I'm coming at it from a point in which, and a selfish way or a spoilt way, as Mr. Hurst would say, we have been spoilt on cup journeys recently. We got to the FA Cup quarter-final. It was lovely to enjoy. But
we didn't get spoiled on fixtures in that, though, did we?
No, we didn't.
No, but it was the worst run to a quarter. Literally in every round, you couldn't have picked a less appealing tie.
But that's what people are talking about now, aren't they? They're talking like, let's have Macclesfield at home, Wealdstone at home, Weston-super-mare at home. I mean, it's quite funny if we got to like the FA Cup semi-final and the only person we've beaten is like Plymouth at home.
I remember rushing out the ground at Southampton, that place that's like 5 hours down the road, and piling into the first pub we could find, and there was some desolate sort of Southampton fans in there, and they said, oh, you know, they were very sporting. Well done, lads. You know, we're shocking. This is one of our worst teams ever. You deserved, you know, you deserve to go through. Let's watch the draw with you. Oh yeah, Man City are still left. Oh no, you're going to Southampton, Brighton. Sorry, you're going to Brighton. Oh God,
that was the worst imaginable draw.
There's a worst draw in there.
It's like getting Sunderland. Like Sunderland now would be the same sort of thing. Team really on the up, but you know, if it was at home, especially. But you know, at least the stadium light's quite nice. So go on then. Mike, who do you want? You've got to go for a specific team. Bruce,
Spurs,
Sam, I want the same.
Away. Spurs away.
They're out.
They're out.
We've had, are they all right? Arsenal away then.
Okay.
We've had some big draws, but we've never had that absolute money earner. You think about Forest in the cup, United in the cup, Southampton.
Wednesday,
You know, none of them have been a money earner. Really, they have, but not like that massive £1 million payday.
Like Southampton, we took half the bloody stadium. Bruce, can you remember when we went in 2001 to Highbury? 16,000 were at Highbury, and there were 7,000 town fans.
Yeah, it just shows how the game's changed, doesn't it? That would be different now, I think, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think I'd for the club the Arsenal away. But I'm still tugged by Hull, and anyway, I'm not going to elaborate on that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do. Tugged by Hull is a hell of a title for the podcast this week.
Yeah, that's sorted, isn't it? Tugged by Hull.
Tugged in Hull. What happened?
Dead bod. Yeah.
And,
well, do you know what? We'll get on FM. Maybe it'll be a case of all of Hull's possession will be on FM, but all of our possession will be on digital.
Now.
Liverpool away for me, mate. The grief I will get in particular if we end up playing Liverpool. The number of which end you're going in, Sam? I can hear it all now.
Yeah, which end would you go into, Sam?
Well, I was thinking about this today, actually. I think you
You needed
He'd be in the Lewis Hamilton stand.
I'm taking him out. Yeah.
No,
how could that sentence be? I was thinking. Like, there's no thinking.
2 years ago we had a red away kit. It's actually bright. We looked a bit like Liverpool in it.
Right.
That one. Yeah. I'm going to go in that. If we go at Liverpool, I'm going to go in that shirt.
Oh.
Of course, I go in the town end. I'm not going to cheer.
When we played Liverpool in 2001, I shared a car with my boss from work, and he's not really a big football fan, but he was a Liverpool fan. He is a Liverpool fan, and he was taking the piss out of us all the way there. It was one of the best car journeys home I've ever had. I've never known him so quiet. We saw him in the street after, and we was just singing abuse at him until quite a few Liverpool fans came around the corner.
There was I don't know if we're moving on slightly, but there was one really interesting thing that Andrew said yesterday. I don't know if that's drifting something else, but I didn't know that they, because at the start of the season they obviously budget for getting certain rounds of competition. I didn't know that they budgeted to leave in the first round. So when you think about it, we've got an awful lot of unrealized gains there because of the money we've made so far, and it's not budgeted for.
Well, surely you have
that was
budget,
interesting.
Budget for the first round. If you leave yourself a hostage to fortune, if you get
No. They yes, but no, because I know Fenty. I can remember Fenty used to always say that they budgeted to get to the second or third in some of them. I specifically remember him saying that.
We used to do that. We used to do that regularly under them.
Yeah,
as we demonstrated 4 times in 30 years, and we spent 10 of those years in the second tier. Which
so next round then Macclesfield at home, then Salford at home in the next round, and then Mansfield in the quarterfinals, and then in the semi-finals we'll probably have to play someone slightly better, someone like, I don't know, Bristol City,
Norwich,
and then
Hull at Wembley. There you go, Bruce.
There is actually the prospect, if we get drawn away at Bristol City, that means we'll be going to Bristol 2 consecutive weekends because we play Bristol Rovers in the league the week after.
I do love a night out in Bristol. I do that quite a bit at the moment. Zaza bar, baby. Let's go all you can eat all around the world buffet. Brilliant.
That would be Bristol, though. Bristol's with it is sort of borderline for my how far I travel without staying over policy. And did you say it's Valentine's weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's why there'll be no prospect of any girls here in the next few weeks, in case I get in that case.
Is that the only reason? Is it, Sam? That's the only reason. Sam has denied female access to his apartment.
You put your hat on your door handle, Sam.
Because I tell you something, when a girl walks into Sam's apartment and into his room, and all she can see is posters of footballers up and of a constituency election win, I can imagine you are holding the door back.
I bet you can't get the lights off quick enough.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't see what I'm doing. I can't. No. The lights. Me flatmate's in bed. I can't put the lights on.
Yeah. Don't look at his eyes wandering over to Michia Fete.
I know I've not been here for a while. Can I just do my first? Can we bring it back? I've not done that for ages.
Go on, then.
I don't want to talk about what Sam's up to.
No, nor do I.
Did anybody else hear Andrew Pettit's interview on Humberside yesterday?
Yes.
Bruce liked it because he got a shout out.
Did he?
Yeah. He was saying it in the group.
Yeah, it was a tenuous link. It wasn't actually me. I can't remember what it was now. Oh, it's a Brucey bonus. He said something was a Brucey bonus.
Is it saying thank you to the away fans? Did they thank Wheelston fans yesterday, or Weston-super-mare fans yesterday?
They did. Just as they were on the counter attack, and I thought, oh my god, I didn't know you were here, but I thought I'm trying to look at Bruce going apoplectic over there, and just about to swing the ball, and he's going, and we thank you very much for your attendance and safety. Oh shit, it's 3-3.
Kev knew Bruce wasn't there.
I was looking for Bruce. I swear, I thought he's going to be on there in a minute.
Oh, that's brilliant. But yeah, no, I haven't heard it yet. Did it come across? I think Andrew speaks really, really well, and I Jason's been, for want of a better phrase, the mouthpiece, and he speaks so eloquently on things. It's nice to hear Andrew's as well. He's clearly a massive fan. I don't know if that's a hindrance or a help at times. I'm not sure. If I had money and I ran our club, and I'd be like, we don't need to move house. I've got to go and buy Andy Cook because we might get 6 extra points by the end of the season. I'm not really sure which is better or not. But
if you ran the club though, Alex, we'd be paying a different player off every week because they'd have a bad performance and you go, oh shit, gotta go, and that's it.
We'd play with no goalkeeper because Sam would have told me not to put anyone in goal.
Can you
play
manage
rush?
Every week?
Play rush. But
there was some interesting lines from there. So I think one of the most interesting ones was that he was actually sat with some prospective investors. Although I did get the sense that as soon as he said that, he sort of regretted it, realizing he's going to be sat in the stand. And Matt Dean said, "Well, we'll keep an eye out for who you're with then." So there was that one. He obviously spoke about the transfer window, and there's some really interesting insight into how the relationship with Jamestown works. And as we've discussed, it's not just we sign who Jamestown say that it's a back and forth. We suggest people. They look at the numbers. It's going to be less likely we sign them if Jamestown don't approve of their numbers, but it's not a one-way street. We get a list of players from Jamestown and off you go. So it is a back and forth. So that was quite interesting. Some interesting stuff about Andy Cook. Spoke about him. I'm unsure because Andrew always strikes me as a more straight down the line sort of bloke, and he's less polished PR sort of thing. So I think he just speaks as he finds. I didn't know whether to think he's talking about Andy Cook because it's done, or he's just talking about Andy Cook because he's been asked about him. It's very unusual for people to speak about named players, isn't it? In any guys, usually it'd be we won't speak about any players. So yeah,
I won't speak about somebody else's players.
I do remember about that. I do remember that bit though, because it made sense because he was talking about fans sometimes speculating on things like Jamestown, and I've got to agree with him on that. And I think we don't do that. If we've got we talk, every fan talks about Jamestown as as sort of an additional sort of bow to our wand, bow to our what I don't know, bow to our bow, string to our bow, bow to our wand,
bow to our
bow to our boat. And if people are talking about, I saw David Artell in Slovakia, Slovenia, wherever it may be, it does take that away because we're basically doing the work for another club that has maybe a slightly better budget to come in and swoop in, which is, I assume, why they were so pissed off about the Tory stuff, because that was exactly why it is. I don't know if it's led to people not coming to us, but then he said, so he was talking about, well, people know Andy Cook. They know, we'd probably have asked. Yeah.
Do you know what the equivalent is? It's when you're on Football Manager, you look out of free agents and looking down and seeing who's made a bid on them, and if they're in your division, then you look at them a bit closer. That's what it is, isn't it? So and so's made a bid for this player. They might be all right. Then we'll have a look at them.
Yeah.
So do we need to insist for the time being then that there are no bookings made from out of town at Millfield?
Well, they're going to have to go to Oakland, aren't they? They're going to have to go to Oakland. We're going to have to put them in Pinewood. Kilby's still got a guest house that was on the Channel 4 and a bed thing. That did all right. We can put them in there.
That sounds pretty standard for Kilby.
4 and a bed. You've got nothing else to do down there, mate. Got 2 pubs for a reason. Just in case you fall out with the couple you met last week, you can go to the other one. But do you want to talk about Andy Cook? So Andy Cook is rumoured to be coming. Quite a lot of Bradford seem to have given up and have been busy all day and all weekend just putting together clips and montages of Andy Cook scoring goals. But
they idolise him, don't they? Idolise him, don't they? They absolutely love him.
Someone to tell him that he's not dead.
Yeah, he's not dead.
It's like a memoriam.
And he's just going home. And it'll be interesting to hear all those town fans that used to sing certain songs, how they come back to him. But
how does he? Sorry to interrupt. How does he fit in with the way that we play, though?
We have been launching.
He's not going to press. He's not going to press from the front, is he?
No, but here's the thing.
Here's Mike. Okay, I'm going to sit back.
So our striker really, when we're playing well, our striker really doesn't do much in phases of play because it's all from the midfield, the 10 and the wide players. I don't think there's any team in this division that's going to create more chances for a central number 9 striker that's the quality of him. So I think when he's looking at where does he want to go, could go to lots of other teams, but I think if he wants a last dance in League 2 and score some goals, I think we're going to lay some on the plate for him. And having that focal point that knows where the goal is, can hold the ball up when he needs to, and can get in the box and get on the end of things, I think that might be, touchwood, might be just the finishing part. Because when we spoke about how we've been this season, it's always been clinicalness, hasn't it? Or we've not got the finish, or we've not been in the right place at the right time. And he's somebody that for years and years has done that. So for me, from what you hear, it's pretty much happening. So I think it's really positive. He is 35 and he has had a bad injury, so there's those risks. But I think it's exactly what we need.
Look, I was taking the piss earlier. I mean, they are the worries, but if it's a 6-month contract, 18-month contract, then why wouldn't you take that opportunity? He's experienced. We've got quite an inexperienced front line. Danny Rose seems to be playing less and less. We've been talking about wanting a big, brutal bastard up front, and I don't think you can find probably more experienced and have shown that they can do it at this level than Andy Cook. So why would you not want to try that? I don't see the problem with it. He's not going to be the guy running in behind. We've got very quick wingers and very quick forward lines. And more, Mike, 4-4-2. Big man, little man. Come on.
Don't start this again.
Big man, little man. Bruce, come on. You're on board the 4-4-2 bus, aren't you? Do you want me to start playing Nimrod?
Bruce made a very good point last time I listened, where our number 10 is a midfielder, not a second striker. If we had a second striker, it's still the same formation. You just get that guy up alongside the number 9. This formation can have 2 up top if you actually have somebody that's not a midfielder that drops deep. Push on with him, like McAtee used to. When McAtee was in behind Taylor, it was never he was deep. He was up alongside him. Anyway,
did you hear that? I got a compliment from the tactical maestro that is McMahon.
You did. You was very correct. Well done.
I was that when I was talking about the fact that no one else gets forward like Kieran Green.
Yeah, all of our people we play in behind the striker are midfielders, in my opinion. If you had somebody, and I just using his name because he's the last one I can remember that did it, John McAtee, he's not a midfielder. He's an attacking midfielder, and he's up there. He's a second striker.
Let's talk McAtee.
But this is 4-4-2 with a deeper second striker. Cole and York were doing this with Man United for years. It is 2 up top when they push them up. We lose track of formations and let it dictate too much at sometimes, in my opinion.
Are you sure about that, though?
Yeah.
Do you think so? GTFC TV says Mike plays way too much Football Manager. I don't disagree. And neither does Tierney.
Is that the same person that just said Sam likes the sound of his own voice? Is it somebody we know?
It's me. It's my alter ego.
It's not very alter.
Oh, I don't.
But tell me I'm wrong. All those people we playing behind a striker are all midfielders, like Bruce said. None of them are second strikers that could play further forward. That's the problem.
Is that what you're thinking? Well, I think it means that we can now play 4-4-2.
Is it calendar's time yet?
It is not calendar's time yet because we've got to also talk about who we play next. Who do we play next?
Barnet.
We play Barnet next. There we go.
We've got to talk about who we play next. Who do we play next?
That'll go well.
Oh, award-winning content.
Oh, we're up for an award, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the account that's got the award has got less followers than the podcast.
So we might win.
They've given out. I wonder if they actually present all their awards like personally, because I think they're giving out like World Club Manager of the Year or something, and there's a short list of about 3 that they're not going to get anywhere near. I can't wait. Is it going to be like a lavish dinner in London somewhere?
Well, I hope so. Well, last time we went to the Spurs Stadium, this might be Wealdstone or something. I don't know.
A bit of a giveaway when the people in our category have been flown in from Canada. I was like, well, we've not won then, have we? They've paid for them to come in from Canada. I think we're all right, lads.
I liked how we dealt with it. We just left.
Yeah.
we ate all the food. You were meant to have 1 bowl each. Sam had like 6 bowls piled up on top of each other.
I was unemployed at the time. I needed to fill my boots.
I haven't, David, right? But I'll have a look at that. Thanks for the recommendation.
Someone's apparently already changed Wikipedia to say Andy Cook is a Town player. I assume that's Bruce.
That was me.
It was Sam. There we go. So yeah, I think that was it. Barnet away, Barnet at home. Nice win. I think we're on a bit of a roll. Clean sheet, 1-0. I don't really care. And then we've also got the new lad from Scunny. So, Mike, yes,
that's
go on.
Top marks for doing what I do on Football Manager, just signing all the Scunny's players to the shit.
Well, this is wonderful, isn't it? Scunny had a player on loan, doing all right, and so we've pinched him. So I feel like that Swedish commentator when they did it with Liam Trotter, with Martin Patterson, with who else did they do it with? Connor Townsend. Did they do? Yeah, loads of players. That was effectively their entire scouting process. So yeah, nice for them to do it. Hopefully we can keep doing it. And even if we just sit him on the bench, but I don't believe we will. Isn't he also a son of a former Town player, Bruce?
Yeah, Terry Fleming, isn't he?
Terry's lad. There you go. You know,
he was only on for a brief time yesterday, but just in that brief time I saw him, I thought he looked very sharp.
Yeah, that first he had a point where he took the first touch, played it probably a bit too powerfully to Soons up Bell, who then put it into Kieran Green, and he kind of that power led on to Green's first touch being quite too powerful and went over, but looked pretty good.
He looks like one of these players I like to see that wants to go forward with the ball. Too often we cut back in football. Too often we get forward and we turn around and go backwards. He looks like he just wants to get on and progress with the ball. So hopefully that's the case. Knock it past somebody and run past them.
Well, all welcome here. Great to have somebody else up front as well. And Richard Bull says we also took McAtee from them too. Rumours are that he's coming back. Is that just fanciful, or has anybody heard anything concrete whatsoever?
From what I've been told, we've definitely asked the question. But the person was the other thing I heard about it was that there are question marks about his attitude that Artell can't look beyond them. That was
who told you, Sam?
I don't know, mate. I've heard it from 2 or 3 people. That was what's he called on the fishy.
Mike.
I'm convinced that Surrey 97 is Mike.
It's not me.
He's like the transfer during the transfer window. My DM was just going to boom, and it's like Mike sending transfer information. It's brilliant. We've been linked with so many players, but McAtee's career is not quite taken off in the way I thought it would do. Actually, he sort of made a career for himself in the division above, but looks like he's having to fall back down again. It just feels like another Bogle situation here, where he just will never come back, even though there's the option, because he doesn't want to tarnish his legacy.
Well, he did well at Barnsley, didn't he? Sorry, Bruce.
That's all right. Go on, Mike.
I was just saying he did well at Barnsley, and you see this with lots of players. You're always, and this should be something that anybody leaving Town should be aware of. You're only ever one bad move away from going backwards. So he did well at Barnsley on loan from Luton, didn't he? And then I think he had Wrexham or Bolton, and he went to Bolton. It's just not worked out. So you can be a decent player if you make that bad move. Look at Conte. You know, he made a bad move, and he's gone backwards now.
Bruce.
Bogle.
Bruce, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a while. Right, Sam, as you're starting the game tonight, are you okay if you're the... No, actually, no, you're not old enough to be the judge, I don't think. Who wants to judge? Are you older?
No.
Older too. I need a judge. Sam, pick a judge.
Alex, he's Seymour.
Okay, right. Mike, you can go first because Sam's giving you the starting card. Who's our player for January, Sam, in 2026?
So our player for January in 2026 is Danny Rose.
Okay, we're going on. Go on, sorry.
Are we going higher or lower than Danny Rose?
Oh, look, he's got his little bit in. He's not just sharing the picture. He's actually running the show. Mike, you're up.
Sorry, I wasn't paying a blind bit of attention to you. What we're doing? What's going on? Danny Rose?
God.
Better than Danny Rose? I'm going to go better than Danny Rose.
Okay. Thanks for your help, Sam. You've turned, Mike.
You're not impressed I worked all that out myself, by the way?
Yeah. 1998, Mike.
Oh.
That could be a good shout.
GTFC TV, we're the only ones that can be pricks to Sam. So knock it off.
Right, who is that?
He's got a problem.
Yeah, I think somebody's had too many baby shams. Right. You've turned Kevin Donovan. Mike, that's a great shout. That's a great shout. Better than Danny Rose.
All those posters.
So you've got Kevin Donovan, Mike. Are you going higher or lower than Kevin Donovan?
I'm surprised that page still opens. I'm going lower than Kevin Donovan.
You've pulled 2022.
Well, I don't think we even need to look.
I'm pretty sure. I'm feeling pretty confident.
You do well to go.
You've got Giles Coke.
All right, I'm going.
You are still in the hot seat. Don't get ahead of yourself, but you are still in the hot seat. Giles Coke, higher or lower than Giles Coke?
Higher, better than Giles Coke.
Okay, you've got 2004.
Oh yeah, you'd be right. Oh, I don't know.
This could be judgmental. Yeah, this could be interesting. This.
You went better than Giles Coke.
Yeah.
And you've got Michael Balding.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
So you're still in the hot seat.
Lower
than Michael.
Worse than Michael Balding.
Oh, is it gone?
Worse than Michael Balding. You've got last season. You've got Denver Hume.
Yeah, better than Denver Hume.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm not even needed for this one.
This order's not come out very well. I do apologise.
On a different subject, I appreciate the text message earlier, Bruce.
If you go right through, I've already threatened it once. This game is getting abolished. It's never coming back. You've got Paul Groves.
I'm going lower than Paul Groves.
And you've got 2024 with 3 calendars left. You've got 2024. And you've got Harry Clifton.
Yeah, better than Harry Clifton.
Better than Harry Clifton. You've got 2023.
Oh, might be all right here. Might lose.
Oh, dodgy.
I don't think there's many that do beat him in 2023.
Well, there's one or two.
2023, January 2023. Better than Harry Clifton. You've got John McAtee.
Oh, come on. Yeah. He wins.
Sam? Are we accepting that John McAtee?
Mac is a way better player than Harry Clifton. Good God.
Right.
Hang on. Whoa, hang on. It's not about that. It's about their cultural status within the club.
And John McAtee.
I think John McAtee. I think. Right, we've got
promotion final.
We've got one calendar to go. We've only had one. What?
Mike was saying that these are the things that McAtee has done. Harry played in them both as well.
Right.
He didn't score, did he?
Unfortunately for Harry Clifton, in what I'm doing,
fuck him.
John McAtee. So Mike is now on the last calendar with John McAtee. It would appear that January, like James McEwen always used to get December, it would appear January gets a decent player most years.
Bruce, who's Mike playing against?
He's playing against Sam. You're the judge.
Oh, okay.
But you haven't had to do anything yet. It's been that clear cut and it's been that crap that I might get you to cut the pod from 1 minute, 1 hour 8. Right, Mike, higher or lower than John McAtee for a clean sweep?
You see, we're into a really difficult realm now because any old calendars from back in the day, it's going to be higher. But any new calendars around this era, it's very likely to be lower than John. So I'm going to take a punt and I'm going to say higher than John McAtee.
Oh, hang on.
You've gone higher than John McAtee.
Hang on.
Yep, because that's what I said.
That's what you said. What are we hanging on for, Alex?
I wanted the tension.
Oh, hang on. Do you want me to? Well, I don't know. Hang on.
No, you've called higher than John McAtee. I can tell you, Mike McMahon, you have pulled the 2020 calendar.
Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake, man.
And without making a decision, Sam Barrick,
It's going to win.
you've pulled Elliot Whitehouse, Mike. I'm sorry to say,
I knew
that
that
without doing anything, Sam is tonight's winner, and the game lives to fight another month.
Shit game.
Thank you for coming.
Shit host. Shit winner.
The fact that I've won without doing anything, surely that lays bare what a load of bollocks this game is.
You can put that on your CV, Sam. I'll let you.
It's going on his national record of achievement.
Not much else on there, mate.
Well, there you go. Congratulations, Sam. A worthy winner of the game.
This tells you a lot about Sam. Sam can't wait the 5 minutes until we finish. He has to go and hang that calendar up right there. Can't just leave it for 2 seconds. He's just got up and walked off to the side of the room to put the calendar on the wall.
There we go. Well, what can you say? Sam, congratulations. Worthy winner. Bruce, what I will do is I will employ someone to, what we'll do is we'll get some good pictures together and we will just do proper play your cards right. We'll get big cards that we can do. And if we ever do something live, we'll use them. And
that'd be great, wouldn't it? Like, yeah, the big cards, like you say, the big cards that you have when you go to the pub for play your cards right. Yeah, that'd be ace.
Yeah, we'll do that. That'll be better for you, won't it?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Anything from anybody else before we go? We actually put something together. Did we miss anything? No, we have not.
I'm coming next week, Bruce.
Good for you.
I thought you said nobody was coming round.
Congrats, mate.
No, I'm coming to the game.
Oh, marvellous. Yeah, let us know. I'll meet you for a pint, mate, if I go.
Yeah. If you go. Yeah.
On that note, yes, I'll look forward to seeing you, mate.
There you go, Bruce. Yoss says Mandy Mariner could have assisted Bruce with them cards.
She could have helped him with the other thing as well.
Bruce in his bundle. We're going 1980s here. Bruce with his Blundell Babes and his dollies doing
19 noughties, mate. Noughties. Don't you pretend that it's that long ago.
I thought it was the 90s more than anything, but there we go.
No, Mandy Mariner was in the noughties. Don't make out like you're all offended now when you used to bloody flick through the pages in Keelby in your bedroom.
Yeah, because that's how
don't be that modern person that pretends they're offended at something that didn't used to offend them.
We were so bereft of titillation in Kilby, we had to wait for the Grimsby Town programme to come out so that we could get some sexual.
Yeah, driving down the main road, and instead of finding a porno in the bush, you'd find a town programme discarded out of Sam's dad's car as he drove home.
LimeWire and Bearshare didn't work in Kilby.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, I think we've done enough damage for tonight.
We have. Thank you all so much. We shall see you all in a week. Bye.
Open wide for some soccer!
And now the shipping forecast issued by the Met Office on behalf of the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency at 1130. Go! At 1130.
I don't think I've ever wanted to be in a stand more than my life around here. They're going crazy.
This antiquated main stand, I can feel it vibrating.
Say, they got a penalty here, there'll be fish flying about that. There's no tomorrow.
What a magnificent piece of football! This is Vernon! Vernon scored! The supporters are invading the pitch because Grimsby Town have caused one of the biggest upsets in their history.
Love it.